Hello, my name's Andrew and I'm 20 years old. Around about a year ago, I was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia.
With Andrew's diagnosis, clinical trials were mentioned on the first day. When the doctor gave us the diagnosis, he said there is a clinical trial that we hope Andrew would enroll in.
From what he described, the clinical trial was very similar to the standard treatment anyway. So from the beginning, I was on board in terms of joining my specific clinical trial.
My first feeling was find out as much about this as you can. This is potentially a life or death situation that we're in, and we have to make the best choice.
My opinion was that they were very safe. As I understood before, drugs don't just come to market. They have to go through rigorous controls and testing before they're used on humans, and a drug that might not be safe would never be used.
As a family, we discussed the positives and negatives, and the positives far outweighed the negatives for us.
You suddenly can potentially get a feeling that maybe the doctor doesn't know the best treatment for you, but actually what they're about is how we're going to advance and make progress with cancer treatment.
It's a scary idea, not instantly going on a standard treatment that's been practiced for years. However, in my personal opinion is the only way that drugs and treatments improve is by using these clinical trials.
Clinical trials are the way we make advances. You shouldn't feel threatened by them. They are safe, and you're very, very unlikely to do worse than you would otherwise have done than if you just had the standard treatment.
To get to the stage of participating in a clinical trial, they would have went through so many tests that they should be very safe.
It's not kind of doing a test drug, it's more comparing the norm to the norm plus something extra, so you're not going to miss out on anything. If anything, you're just going to benefit from it.
Clinical trials, I think, are safer than normal standard treatment methods because you've got doctors and nurses constantly.
In certain aspects, you've almost got nothing to lose while also doing a positive thing in terms of helping for the outcomes of treatments in the future.
My advice would be to find out as much information as you can and not to be worried about that word trial, which has connotations of experimentation, but actually think of it in a positive sense that this is the future of medicine and medical treatment.
Your consultant would usually tell you about a clinical trial and say whether it would be a good option for you or not, but it's ultimately down to you to decide if you want to do it or not.
You could ask your oncologist if there are any clinical trials ongoing, but most likely option would be that the oncologist would suggest this to you, as they would know what the best form of treatment is and if this was likely to be better for you.
My whole treatment is meant to last around 3.5 years, with about 7 to 9 months of that being intense treatment and the rest being basically maintenance treatment, where I have less intense treatment and hopefully it's easier to live like normal life. Thankfully now I'm in remission and I'm currently in a maintenance program where I'll be looking to return to university and complete my degree.